Hello, good morning, viewers. Yes, it's another beautiful day here in the Federal Capital Territory. We're reaching you live from our SRO TV studio here in Abuja. My name is Princess KESSY, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. As usual, I have with me on the show today
MARYVAL Easy.
How are you doing, Mary?
I'm fine.
How was your night?
My night was cool. It was beautiful.
And now we have a lot of issues trending. Before we move forward, viewers, I'm going to bring a guest later to discuss some of course, we have a new administration. In as much as the subsidy issue is biting, we still need to keep talking about the new administration and what they have in stock for us. But how are you finding it these few days, Mary, that the fuel increase, the pump price and all that? How's it been?
The federal government should do something because it's affecting everybody right now.
Have you ever been through any stress?
Yes,
since the changes?
Yes, I have. Because at the end of the day, the drivers, they feel like the fuel is so expensive and they're kind of adding money to our transport fare, not like the same anymore.
So how much did you pay today?
250 just from Galadimawa to.
How much did you used to pay?
Before it was 150.
So that's fair enough if you ask me, just 100 naira increase. Because if somebody that has been buying fuel for like let's say 197, the person is now buying for 500 and something, and the person decides to add just 100 naira, that is fair enough. So we see how that goes. Anyway, we have a lot of stories coming from the fuel subsidy removal. TUC NSC still kicking as regarding to that. Of course, you increase the fuel, people are not able to move, food stuff, everything is skyrocketed, and the salaries are still the same. Now, this is the debate, and we're going to see more of that later. But before then, we kickstart this morning with some of the newspaper reviews we have. And these are some of the stories making waves coming from the Punch newspaper. And the big headline here says, federal government Labour meeting deadlocked as fuel price hits over 700 naira per litre. Now I'm going to take that again. Federal government, FG, Labour meeting deadlocked as fuel price hits over 700 naira per litre. And the rider says NSC kicks, rejects petrol price hike. Another rider says economic hardship will worsen, says marketers. And the last rider here says PDP, Labour Party orders slam FG. Now, all the stories on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. We also have a story here that says CBN multiple exchange rates may increase debt burden. This is coming from the World Bank, and that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. And then we saw a story here. It's boldly there. Congratulations, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's GCFR, President and Chief and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this is a congratulatory message coming from Abdulaziz Yari, Senator-elect. You can see, if you want to get full details, you can get a copy for yourself. Now, these are all the stories we have coming from the Punch newspaper this morning. And with our new president there, I like that picture. The face is like the bunch we say. It's all shining there and it's fresh.
Economic hardship will worsen.
It's already, you people are already complaining.
You are saying it's fair enough, the transport. My fear is not even about now. But as long as
it will keep increasing, and it won't come down again. That's one thing in Nigeria, though. When something, for instance, something happened, there's an increase, and then it didn't even goes back to normal. They will not reduce it, and salaries are not increased. These are the issues. Anyway, we really do hope, because do you know what happened yesterday? So Mary, from the hospital, I decided to buy fuel. I saw a fuel station. The queue was not much. I decided to just branch in there and buy. And you know what happened? I was told that a liter is officially is 540.
Imagine.
I just said thank you, sir. I quickly turned and I looked for the exit.
Okay, thank you,
and
sir.
I went my way. Yes, now, because I don't think I have that kind of budget for fuel. I don't. Anyway, we'll see how that go, and we see that NLC and TUC, they are still kicking, they are still rejecting it. And this is on the heat that a lot of workers are not being, the minimum wage is still 30,000. How would they survive? It will be difficult for everybody. So I understand. Anyway, we'll move on quickly to the next newspaper we'll have.
Coming from the Nigerian pilots, the big headline here says first subsidy. NLC, TUC, FG's meeting deadlock. The first rider here says, as party refused to agree on demand put forward by either side. As parties refuse to agree on demand put forward by either side. Labour insists subsidy removal must be reversed before any negotiation will commence.
Wow.
FG woes workers with 800 million cash transfer, other incentives. Plans renegotiating national minimum wage as well as PMS allowance. Let me come again. Plan renegotiating national minimum wage as well as PMS allowance. You can find that story on page 8 of the Nigerian pilots this morning. Court adjourns Peter Obi petition over e-hurts of key staff members. You can find that story on page 9 of the pilot newspaper. Security operatives again seal off Plateau State House of Assembly. Security operatives again seal off Plateau State House of Assembly. You can find that story on page 5 of the pilot's newspaper this morning. Court rule says PDP has no rights. Court rule says PDP has rights to suspend, expel former Governor Wike. Let me come again. Court rule says PDP has right to suspend, expel former Governor Wike. You can find that story on page 5 of the pilot newspaper. Tinubu meets with EFCC chairman Bauer in Aso Rock. You can find that story on page 6 of the Nigerian pilots this morning. Access road to Southern Ijo, crucial to Bayelsa State. Governor Diri. You can find that story on page 7 of the pilot newspaper this morning. Passport controller nationwide urged to give Nigerian best treatment. You can find that story on page 9 of the Nigerian pilot this morning. Governor Oti freezes Abia State account, dissolves board amid EFCC probe. That story is on page 12 of the Nigerian pilot this morning. Senate uncover how MDAS abused 3.8 trillion service-wide votes. That story is on page 6 of the Nigerian pilot this morning. The last headline here says Nigerian pilgrims lament agony in Saudi Arabia, regret participation. That story is on page 7 of the Nigerian pilot this morning.
That last story, what's happening?
A lot. The Nigerian pilot has a lot of headlines this morning, and
I saw a story here that says
is that about the security?
No, a story here that says Nigerian pilgrims lament agony in Saudi Arabia, regret participation. Wow, what's going on there? Please, if it's not safe, they should come back home. Honestly. There's no place like home. We don't want to have another issue.
I don't know why most times they'll stay there and be suffering.
It's not staying there. Pilgrim means they went for a religious activity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And instead of staying and be complaining, they should just come back then.
But maybe they've paid for, there's something about traveling. You pay, probably they pay for return tickets. So a specific day they have to come back. So for saying this, that means they're already crying out for help. The authorities, appropriate authorities, their commission should do something about that. And there's a story here that says federal FG woes workers with $800 million cash transfer, other incentives. One of the riders says, and I saw a rider also that says Labour insists subsidy removal must be reversed before any negotiation will continue or commence. Wow. I understand why Labour is kicking, because we're still talking about the 30,000 minimum wage, and it will be difficult for workers.
Subsidy removal is
yes, it will be difficult for workers as parties refuse to agree on demands put forward by either side. I understand whether or not federal government try to woe workers with $800 million cash transfer or whatever, as it stands right now, I think the federal government should also hear the cries of the people.
Honestly,
No, but this is difficult because we just left on a cash the cash naira swap policy. People are still trying to recover. This came as a shock, as a hit, whatever. We were not prepared for that at all. So I think
the whole thing just took us on our way.
So I think they should find a way to resolve. The federal government should either hasten the policy to make sure we are back to the way we used to buy it, or even lower than that, or put a stop to it for now, so that later we'll prepare our mind towards that.
I saw one headline here that say court rule says PDP has
rights. I was about going to that story. Wike
yes,
to suspend the former governor.
Wike.
I don't know, but I saw that coming because Wike, I feel like they feel like Wike has been a thorn in their flesh. In the PDP, he has been a pin in their toes.
Even in his states.
So I feel like it will get to a point when they will call for his exposure or his suspension. I saw that coming. But I feel like Wike is one of the backbone. Will I say backbone? One of the people in PDP that is really giving us the vibes we need, the energy from that party. So if you don't have people like Wike in PDP, what becomes of PDP anyway?
He's the only one talking. He's the only one we're hearing about from that party. And the headline is the security operatives again. Seal of Plateau State House of Assembly. Plateau.
Anyway, we move on quickly to the next. I really like the fact, before we move forward, I really like the fact that Tinubu is just meeting everyone. He's just going from one place to another. People said that he should work.
Subsidy removal, please.
Yes.
Keep calm about it.
I love the fact that Tinubu meets with EFCC Chairman Bawa in Aso Rock Villa. So he's just meeting with people. At least we like the heat, we like the force, we like one of my guests did said he used the word that the fire brigade approach. I think I love that word. And then we move on quickly to the next newspaper we have, and that will be coming from The Nation. Now, these are some of the stories we have making waves from The Nation. We have here national honor. We have here national honors the Wadis to wait. And that story is on page 5 of The Nation newspaper. The big headline here, it says NNPCL fixes 488 naira slash 557 naira per liter petrol price templates. Wow, I'm going to take that again because this is where our interest will be this morning, the price. So the official price, NNPCL fixes 488 naira slash 557 naira per liter petrol price template. Now, so if you're going to the fuel station, just put it at the back of your mind, at the front of your mind, that you're going to pay within this amount. Now, it depends on the the station. So that is why some will have to be selling, some will not sell, because people want to still go and queue behind the ones that are selling as low as 488 naira. And then there's a story here as well that says, the writer says, price to fluctuate in accordance with market forces. NSC TUC demand return to old price. Government negotiation continues. Now, all these stories are on page 8 of The Nation newspaper. We also have a story here that says hearing in PDP Obi petitions stalled. That story is on page 6. PDP forges ahead. That story is on page 6 as well. As well, we'll have a story here that says Senate NPAN pay tribute to media magnate Dobesi on page 5 of The Nation newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says PDP senators Ugodiehi Akinyelore dumped party on page 5 of The Nation newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Tinubu's promises to improve economy incites young entrepreneurs, and that story is on page 28 of The Nation newspaper. Now, these are all the stories we have coming from The Nation newspaper. There's a story here that says 10 Senates support the progressives. These are all the stories we have coming from The Nation newspaper this morning. So this is official price of petrol now.
Like
You
I'm just
could
looking
buy
at the
for
price, like
488 naira per liter,
yeah,
or you
five
could buy for
and 57
557
naira
naira
per
per
liter.
liter. So it's official because this is coming from the
The NNPCL.
NNPCL.
God help us.
May
So,
God help us,
like,
because this is really something we did not see coming.
but at the end of the
Like,
day, it's just coming to
just
play right now. I don't know.
and there's a story here also that says 200 reps backing me, says Abbas. Lukman Slam Party Chair Adamu, and that story is on page 36 as well of the Nation newspaper. We move on quickly to the next newspaper we have.
Okay, coming from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, the big headline here says CBN devalues naira to 630. Can find that story on page 40 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. The first rider here says decision follows Tinubu Emefiele's meeting. Realistic exchange rates to save 4 trillion naira. LCCIEXDG 2023 budget's first casualty. That story is on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And also, there's a congratulatory message to the president this morning. You can find all the story on the Daily Trust newspaper. I think that's all the headline. The Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
Wow. Uh, I don't know.
2023 budget first casualty.
I don't know, but CBN devalues naira to 600 and 30 naira per liter per dollar, $1. Anyway, we move on to the next newspaper we have, and that will be coming from the Blueprints. Now, these are some of the stories we have, and the main headline here says Nigerians to Tinubu, where is January June 3.36 trillion naira subsidy budget? And the riders say NNPCL hikes pump price to 500 and to 557 naira per liter. NNPCL hikes pump price to 557 naira per liter. Transport fares skyrockets. I beg your pardon, NLC threatens to discontinue dialogue. Manufacturers back Tinubu. Now, all these stories are on page 6 of the Blueprint newspaper. We also have a story here that says Sani Uba assures improved support for crime fights. Sani Uba assures improved support for crime fights, and that story is on page 18 of the Blueprint newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Nigerians tax to GDP now 10.86%. This is coming from FIRS, and that story is on page 23 of the Blueprint newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says, coming from NT, a story that says NTD, tobacco kills 18 million globally, 8 million globally annually. This is coming from the World Health Organization, and that story is on page 13 of the Blueprint newspaper. We also have a story here that says Dokbeti's death, shocking, monumental loss. This is coming from NPAN on page 18 of the Blueprint newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says China pledges increase economy cooperation with Nigeria, and that story is on page 18 of the Blueprint newspaper. Now, as well, there's a story here that says don't go outside APC manifesto. National Working Committee wants new governance. Uzodinma emerges PGF chairman, and all the stories on page 6 of the Blueprint newspaper this morning. Now, these are all the stories we have coming from the Blueprint this morning. Well, there's a story here. The main headline actually caught my attention that
Yes,
says Nigerians to Tinubu,
Tinubu.
where is January June 3.36 trillion naira subsidy budget? And the rider says NNPCL hikes pump price to 557 naira per liter. Transportation fares skyrocket. NLC threatens to discontinue dialogue. Manufacturers backed Tinubu. All these stories just caught my attention. Well, saying now Nigerians are asking the president now. So since you said there should be no subsidy, should go away, and then there was already budget for that for this period. Now, where is now the budget?
Where is the budget?
Because this period, I think the past administration actually budgeted till August. Okay. So if you are taking it away now, what happens to the budget, the money? Who is in charge? Who is taking
at first,
the
like
money?
The timing of this subsidy removal, honestly.
The timing. So they should have budgeted for a period of time. I know that we're working towards this. And before that time, then the Dangote refinery would have prepared ahead to know that we are servicing the people here in Nigeria first, to make sure that we get fuel price at a very low rate. And
there's a headline here that says tobacco kills 8 million globally.
Yes,
annually.
Annually.
And I don't know. Each time they say smokers die young, smokers are eligible to die young. Well, they don't listen. They keep on smoking. I don't know how they will bring this to their ears to know that this smoking is not actually good for their health, so that they will abstain from it.
It's smoking. Tobacco, I don't think it's only smoking that has tobacco. We have other stuff, right?
But mostly they use it for smoking now.
Well, we do hope that people will quit the habit of smoking. We know it's very difficult. When you see people smoking, it's difficult to quit.
Yeah.
I've seen people smoking that it's very difficult. It takes the
once you're an addict, it's very difficult. Once you're smoking, any other thing they use tobacco for, I know that the most consumption of it is smoking. Which is cigarettes. Which is cigarette. They just need to. China pledges increase economic cooperation.
I just hope it's not to borrow us more money. They should not borrow us more money, because we'll not pay the ones who borrow. They shouldn't borrow us any other money. We should pay first. Anyway, and there's a story here that says that Dupe sister shocking, even to us, even to me.
Honestly,
it was shocking when I saw it, when I heard the news. Yes, and I like the story that don't go outside APC manifesto. National Working Committee wants new governor. Yes, that is what they do. They'll come and promise everything, and when they assume that position or that office, they'll change every time. So it's better we keep reminding them, this is what you said, and we're holding you by what you said. This will just make people sit up and know what to do in that office. We move on quickly to the next newspaper we'll have, but before then we'll go on a quick break, and when we return we'll continue with the reviews. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Everything happens for a reason. Bless life from a different prison. Bless a lot of people locked up in bedtime 7 o'clock.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ice Prince Amani.
Ginger, aka Swagga Swagga. My name now is Shefemi, aka the Music and Taliban.
What up, Nigeria? K to the O to the NGA Conga.
Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night. The Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night.
Nigerian Week in London.
The Nigerian Week.
The Nigerian Week. The Nigerian Week.
On the 19th of this beautiful month of May 2023.
May 19th.
May 19, 2023. Let's go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket, because we're gonna shut it down.
Ice Prince Amani's in the building.
Yeah.
Go get your ticket. If you don't get your tickets, now you sabi. Okay, I'm back with a flow, no joking. You gotta muscle up, cause no pain.
Ice Prince.
Yeah. Ice Prince.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619, or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com, and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride this.
Okay, it's so exciting. The game's been done. Everything happens for a reason. Bless life from a different prison. Bless a lot of people locked up in bedtime 7 o'clock.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ice Prince Amani.
Ginger, aka Swagga Swagga. But my name now is Femi, aka the Music and Taliban.
What up Nigeria? K to the O to the NGA Conga.
Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night. The Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night.
Nigerian Week in London.
The Nigerian Week.
The Nigerian Week.
On the 19th of this beautiful month of May 2023.
May 19th.
May 19, 2023. Let's go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket because
we're gonna shut it down.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619.
Hello viewers, you're welcome back from that quick break. This is Wake Up Nigeria. We're still on the newspaper reviews. We'll continue with
The Guardian newspaper this morning. The big headline here says, posers about $800 million palliative. Labour's next move as Nigeria brace for higher inflation. You can find that story on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 26% of Nigerian financial literate as Botswana leads Africa. Let me take that again. 26% of Nigerians financially literate as Botswana leads Africa. You can find that story on page 21 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. OT suspend levies on transport operators in Agri. You can find that story on page 8 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Resettling Nigeria's foreign policy to the giants of Africa again. You can find that story on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. No work, no pay. Falana sues federal government over alleged unfair treatment of ASU members. You can find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Panic in Lagos community over fuel leakage, broken pipeline. You can find that story on page 12 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. I think that's all the story making way with the newspaper.
I actually saw that coming because when I saw the news, when the president said in that statement that fuel subsidy is gone, what came to my mind first was pipelines.
Yes.
Vandalization. That was what came to my mind because I knew the boys who want to get the fuel by any way, hook or by crook. And of course, if you cannot buy it and you have a way to go and vandalize it, that is what came to my mind. But I just really do hope that this will not cause some kind of inferno or fire outbreak or destroy lives of people and even cause more damage to us. At this point, I think the youth should call themselves to order. We don't need a situation where people will be coming to vandalize pipeline. This is not even going to resolve this issue now. If the president has made a stand that the first subsidy it's gone, then it's gone. We just find a way to amend.
Nigeria always been Nigeria.
We'll find a way to amend the issues. But I don't think vandalizing pipeline is going to help at all at this point in time. And we also saw a story here that says no work, no pay. Falana sues federal government. Again, I saw that coming.
Honestly.
Very well. You know, it's Falana now. We continue to sue. And over alleged unfair treatment of ASU members. I am thinking if you remember on this show, I did ask a guest that the past administration left a lot of pending issues for this new administration, one of which was the ASU unresolved issue. I know that in as much as federal government wants people to work and then be paid, but you need to meet up with their welfare as well. I just really do hope that, because also I think teachers should be well taken care of. You know why?
But they are not.
They are the people that produces the doctors, the lawyers, the politicians, the
we made a
accountants,
debate
even with the
about this before.
journalists.
At the end
Yes,
of the day, I think the teachers are even the ones that suffer more. And
yes.
they're the ones that are trying
Meanwhile,
to
if you
inculcate
go
knowledge
to,
on people.
yes, and if you
That makes
go
any
to other
sense.
nations, other countries, they are well paid. It's a profession that you want to associate yourself with. But it's only in Nigeria you see that
It's
people
different.
say, "I can't teach you. Are you a teacher?" And they look down
They'll
on
be
you. It
rejecting
shouldn't,
it though.
it shouldn't be
They'll
so.
be rejecting it
And
like
even the
that.
course. Well, let's start. I did have one educational consultant here on the show as well that said we should go back to the drawing board, meaning we should go back to the schools, so the institutions, because you see the education, the Department of Education in every university is just like a dumping site. They didn't give me mass comm, so let me
Yes.
they relegate you to
Anytime you
education.
don't have any
They didn't
choice,
give me
you go for
political
it.
science, let me go to education. They didn't give me theater art. So I think let's go back to the drawing board. When you begin
Yes.
to structure the department from the school, the faculty, to know that this is not just where everybody come, this is for professionals. If you want to be a qualified teacher, this is where you come, not just a dumping site. I
It looks
think
as if the
that will
course
begin.
education is not important. It's only
Yes.
when you're unable to get a particular course, that's when you go for it, which is not actually making sense, because at the end of the day, reduces that particular course as if it's nothing. Somebody will tell you that some people say when they give them education in a particular school, they tend not to offer the course. They'll leave and look for another school you get.
During my time, there was one of my neighbor. They didn't give her. I think she was going for one of these science courses. They didn't give her, so they had to drop her. She went for it, went to education, and she was admitted there. And at the end of the day, she kept complaining until we left school that she regret this for her life. At that point, she would have just tried again and go back to that thing you really wanted to do,
Like
because
that.
this kind of person can never be a good teacher. So at the end of the day, let's I understand. I think I had Ame, one of educational is a consultant. I think we should go. What he said, I still remember vividly. We should go back to the schools, to the institutions. Let's start from there. Let's correct that impression. The teachers are supposed to be treated fairly and well. Anyway, we'll continue with the.
There's one headline here that says, resettling Nigeria's foreign policy to be giant of Africa again.
I hope that is coming
Wow.
from the president.
Like I hope so.
Yes, so that, because when you people say Nigeria is the giant of Africa, it's just that I'm from here, but the truth is bitter.
I think that somebody was asking that day that are we still the giant of Africa?
Yes, because it's questionable when we talk about the economy, security, a lot of issues, the killings here. So I don't know, but we really do hope that this administration is here to turn things around. We continue. We move quickly to the next newspaper we have, and that will be coming from this day newspaper. These are some of the stories we have. The big headline here says, Tinubu, we are ready for business partnership with willing nations. Now that is coming from the president. Says Nigerian we remain non-aligned, and China pledges increased economy cooperation with Nigerian. EFCC chair meets president, brief him on state of anti-grief war. Now all the stories are on page 4 and 8 of this day newspaper as well. We'll have a story here that says with end of subsidy, NNPC raises petrol price to between 488 naira and 557 per liter. That story, it's on page 47 of this day newspaper. And there's a story here that says workers insist on status quo as 5G NSC meeting is deadlocked. That story as well is on page 49 and 7 of this day newspaper. We have a story here that says you can't ask partner to negotiate at gunpoint, says Ajero. I think that is coming from the worker union, and the chairman of one of the worker unions, and that story as well is on page 48 of this day newspaper. We'll have a story here that says NECA cautions against escalation of inflation. That story as well is on page 47. As well, we'll have a story here that says Arua condemns upward review of pump prices. As well, we'll have a story here that says Access Bank targets Nigerians $4 billion trade with France, launches business desk on page 47 of this day newspaper. We'll have a story here that say adhere to our party's manifesto. Adamu urges APC governance, and that story is on page 4 of this day newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says we have a story here that says PDP has right to suspend, expel you, court tells Wike, and that story is on page 49 of this day newspaper. These are all the stories we have coming from this day newspaper this morning. Wow. There's a lot going on here, and
we are ready for business partnership with leading nations.
Yes, the president has been meeting people, meetings after meeting. He's to show that
He's really
like what somebody said the other day. There's no time for honeymoon. We've seen that the president. I don't think he has even rested since he came into. But he has not. He has not. The approach. He just came and he started doing. That is what we really need, because we know that even with this 4 years be enough for him to even try to restore 10% of what has been lost. So that is the question we have. And then we move on quickly to the last newspaper we have this morning.
Coming from the Punch Sports Extra this morning. The big headline here says Titanic battles. Titanic battles. You can find that story on page 6 of the Punch Sports Extra this morning. There's another story here that says old foes rekindle rivalry in Federation Cup semis. Another rider here says insurance wolves clash in Lagos in Bendel Level. Another story here says Plateau Rangers lock horns in Ijebu Ode. You can find other stories on page 6 of the Punch Sports Extra this morning. Boniface for Belgian Potty Award. Boniface for Belgian Potty Award. You can find that story on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Frankfurt lead race for 30 million euro urban. You can find that story on page 7 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Seventh Heaven. Spina that beat Mourinho men to win European final. You can find that story on page 8 of the Punch Sports Extra this morning. Poch won't sign Felix. Chelsea to offload 15 players. You can find that story on page 4 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Kane only interested in United move. That story is on page 4 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Saliba makes huge Arsenal demand. You can find that story on page 5 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Ten Hag Koi on Greenwood's future. That story is on page 4 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Bournemouth leads chase Osai Samuel. Bournemouth leads chase Osai Samuel. That story is on page 7 of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. Insurance versus Wolves, and also Plateau versus Rangers. I think that's all the story making waves in Punch Sport Extra this morning.
Yes, why are they mocking angry Madrid fans mock Chukwueze? Why? What did he do? He part of the football enthusiasts, or fans. So
okay, he has not been up and doing, so
okay.
Maybe he actually didn't play well in that particular match. So that's why. And also there's this story that says Poch. It says Chelsea to offload 15 players. Chelsea are really depressed though. God will help this club. I don't know. Most times it's not. I don't even know if the fault is coming from the players or it's coming from the coach. The way they did the lineup whenever they want to play the match, I don't know. But I know that Chelsea has been so down this period, and I pray God helps them though.
And actually love the fact that I'm seeing Insurance Wolves clash in Lagos Bended Derby. Plateau Rangers lock horns with Ijebu Ode. Now I love when we see local leagues on the paper. Okay. Not just foreign, Chelsea, Arsenal, Madrid, Liverpool. What's the other name again? Okay. But now I love when we begin to see our local leagues here, clubs here. This is what we should focus on. Like one of the callers, one of our guests, they say that we need to channel this energy we're channeling abroad, foreign clubs. We're not saying we won't channel, but at least let's start. Charity begins at home.
home.
So let's begin to encourage the players we have here, because of course it's from this club, it's from this player you're going to still get the ones that will be playing internationally at the long run. So it's even good that I'm seeing them here, and it's good. And why am I COCM and not United's priority here? I thought it's a priority to every club. Everybody needed him. Everybody have been applauded.
Is that person's own
applauding him.
opinion? Osimhen is the hot cake in town.
I'm sure
It's person's own opinion. Maybe they just brought it here, but if it's about Osimhen, he's very hot right now.
Anyway,
Like one of the best so far.
Yes, we can see from the the stories.
Spaniards beats Mourinho's men to win Europa final. Wow. Me, I'm surprised, Sha. It's not easy.
That is football. They used to say football is a game of what? Chance or luck.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the winners. Anyway, that's a good place to wrap up the reviews. Like we did promise earlier, that we're going to come back, going to be coming with a guest today. So you will go on a quick break now. When we return, we'll be coming back with a guest. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Yeah.
Okay, my people, it cannot be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride this.
Feeling the boy. Messages of the Lord, Katana to your children. Oh no. Ice Prince. Yeah. Ice Prince.
Okay, my people, it cannot be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride this.
Feeling the boy. Messages of the Lord, Katana to your children. Oh no. Ice Prince. Yeah. Ice Prince.
Okay, my people, it cannot be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride this.
Feeling the boy. Messages of the Lord, Katana to your children. Oh no. I knew so Kalela was my
Tap Money Send free ticket giveaway. To attend the Nigerian Week London event, simply download TapTap app on Google Play Store, register using SRTV promo code, and send a minimum of £1 to any Nigerian bank account. Send your transaction screenshot to +44 7459 513619 or email it to event@superiorradioandtelevision.com. Like a flash, you'd receive your ticket sharp. This message is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Money Send. So, download, register, and get sending. It's that simple.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to event@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by...
Hello viewers, you're welcome back from that break. Like I did promise before that break, I was going to come back with a guest. Yes, I have live via call our guest here, Honorable Dr. MKO Arewolo, Majority Leader Igbogbo Bayiku, LCDA Ikorodu, Lagos State, and also is the chairman, has committee on a Greek youth sports development. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Nice to have you on the show today. How is Lagos this morning? You are coming out, Abi, we are still in the shock. Are you already out? Now, sir, there's a noise coming from your end. I don't know, maybe you need to move away to a quiet place or bring down the volume of remove it from speaker. Yes, sir. Sir, what do you think about this fire brigade approach of the new president? Okay. 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 But now the debates we have, Honorable, the debates we are having this today and for days now is that I still want you to remove your phone from speaker or from headphone, your earphone. Use a normal call. Yes. So the debates we're having now for days is that the approach, the policy is a very good one. People are applauding it, but they feel like the timing is not a good timing. Because don't forget also that workers are being paid the same 30,000 naira minimum wage. Transportation, the hike now has increased over 30% or even 40, 50. And people are still receiving the same salary. How do you think people will be able to cope? Now, not just the hike in transportation, but even food prices and everything has skyrocketed. How do we live above this? But don't you think that the new president would have put these things in place before removing the subsidy? Okay. Okay. Now, go ahead, sir. Why? No, my take is this on this, Honorable Sir. My take is this. We're not saying the policy, Nigerians are not saying the policy is bad. They're only saying the timing. It's not a good timing. And that is why NLC, TUC, and other labor union have continued to kick, and they are saying no to the removal for now. Don't forget also that Yes, a budget has already be placed for that for this period. Now Nigerians are also asking the president.
Yes.
This morning we saw on the headline that
where is
where
January
is
to June 3.36 trillion subsidy budget.
budget. Now that is the question Nigerians are asking. Yes. Yes, Honorable, we saw that the president came into office and he has been on the move.
Yes.
He has been meeting different commissions, different bodies as to know way to move the country forward. Now, let's talk about the grassroots. This is a place which people tend to neglect. A lot of powers, a lot of politicians tend to neglect. Now, what do you have positive for you that this administration will not do the same, will penetrate and even go down as far the grassroots is concerned? Okay. Honorable, how can we create more local government when the ones we have are not being properly funded, taken care of?
Has not been taken care of. So how can we create more there?
Okay. Yes. Now, wow. Now, yes, and that is why we're saying instead of creating more, we should not focus on the ones we already have. How to fund. And that is what we say, sir. That is what we say, that it has to start from you and of course the people. That is because maybe you stayed true. You stayed. You were actually honest at that time to your manifesto, to the things you promised indeed, and you delivered. But in case of a lot of politicians here, that is not usually the case.
What they say is different from what they do. At the end of the day.
Now, Honorable, as a chairman has committee on agriculture and youth and sports development. Now, what do you think that? How do you think that this new administration, quickly now, can improve on the agriculture? Because that is a sector. That is one of the sectors that should be actually
looked upon.
Not neglected, but we've seen so far that with insecurity and a lot of issues, that sector, we don't know what's going on there. Can you tell us, please?
To the best of my knowledge and my level, the government needs to invest more in agriculture, encouraging our country to even take land into agriculture. That population is very, very powerful. That population of goods and commodities, subsidizing, even if they are not subsidized, they subsidize those who are producing at the farm now. We should subsidize, we should give them fertilizer, we should encourage them, we should encourage gardening. We will see 100 gardens in Nigeria. Probably we will see one or two who want to generate every going into agriculture.
But you know also that a lot of youth these days see as agriculture as a dirty profession, waste of time. They don't. Everybody is sitting waiting for the white collar job.
But you know, the youth, they don't see it that way.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
so there's this headline here that says CBN. Can you hear me? There's this headline here that says CBN multiple exchange rates may increase debt burden. What do you think about it?
the country will be another system entirely under this government. The judicial system of this administration will not be the same with the one we have in the past. I don't know if these people to do their work, bring out your best. Nobody is funny. If a person will do a capacity, a bringing people that will help the leaders out of this place, you will see people from other parties. The current minister in this representation that they are saying, what else?
Well, Honorable, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We even have network issues, viewers. I have been on call. Hello, Wells. Thank you so very much for being on the show. Hopefully, we're going to bring you on a full segment because we need to talk about agriculture properly, the youths and their involvement. What do you think their involvement will be on this? What do you think the involvement of the youths will be on the new administration? Of course, as the sport, talking about the local league here in Nigeria. So we're going to bring you on a full segment because we don't have the time now this morning. We're going to bring you on the show again. Honorable, thank you so much for being on the show with us this morning. Viewers, I have been on the call with Honorable Dr. MKO Arewole, Majority Leader, Igbogbo Bayeku, LCDA, Ikorodu, Lagos State. He's also the chairman, House Committee on the Greek Youth and Sports Development. Also, he has received the Lagos State Best Councillor for 3 times now. Well, thank you so much for all you do for the youth.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for being the best. All right, sir. Definitely, we're going to have you on the show again. Thank you so much, and do have yourself a lovely day, sir. Do well also to subscribe to our page and invite people also to the page. Honorable, sir. Have a lovely day, sir. All right, sir. Yes, I have been a vibrant honorable, if you ask me. Honorable Dr. MKO Arewole, Majority Leader, Igbogbo Bayeku, LCDA, Ikorodu, Lagos State. He is also the chairman, House Committee on the Greek Youth and Sports Development, and he has received Lagos State Best Councillor for 3 times now. That is something we should applaud. I heard that he's doing so well in his area. He has done so well, and he's a youth as well, and he's carrying the youths along as well. That is the things we should applaud. Well, we'll see how that goes. We've seen that, like he said, the first subsidy, they are coming out of the shop. But I think we in Abuja were still inside the shop. Yes, that's not done on us yet.
I think Abuja is better. But other state is worst. Like someone was telling me that people in Abuja, people are enjoying. Your own is better now. What about us?
I heard some people say, like my mom said, you got bought for 8 something, 900 or something, and the next thing now you hear 1,000. And
I hear about something, but it's not now. It's then, later, after on what will happen. How will the increments go? Is it because already it's affecting us? You can imagine after this period, maybe 2 weeks from now or a month from now, if this subsidy continues like this, then it's a big problem on us. Honestly.
Anyway, we see how that is a developing story. We see more of that, viewers, and maybe just on our show later today as well, we're going to be discussing on these same issues and other issues and the way forward as well. Well, thank you so much for being part of the show this morning. It's been a fun ride, and just before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell, share, like, and invite somebody to the page. Also leave us with your comments. We'd love to hear from you. It's a chain, so you are here, you bring somebody as well, because we have a lot of interesting programs. And also remember Nigerian Week London, that is fast approaching. Do well to get your stand, your book, your ticket at everbright.com, and that's all you have to do to be part of the show. A lot of ministries, agencies, superstars, celebrities, and Nollywood big time producers, and of course musicians are already on board, as well as federal government agencies and ministries are already on board. So individuals as well, fashion icon, just anything you do for a living, just come and showcase. We're going there to tell the people our heritage, our culture, we as a people, and of course the business opportunity there. Don't be left out as well. while you're out there, stay safe. We know that the fuel issue is biting hard. Please stay safe. And this period is even a time for you to stay safe. Don't just hop into any car that you don't know, you're not sure of, just
they
because
tend
you
to stay for hours in the queue and they're angry. If you just go and talk to anybody now, you might receive slap. So please,
and at the end of the day, try and be vigilant. This is a period where you have a lot of one chance, because they want to entice you with a very low price. They will tell you, oh, okay, you're supposed to pay 300, okay, bring 150, and you just hop in. Please be at alert and be careful. Well, Mary, thank you so much for being part of the show this morning. It's been a fun ride. Thank you so much, viewers. We'll do this again tomorrow. Hopefully, I remain yours truly, Princess KESSY. Remember,
peace is priceless.
So let's give peace a chance. See you tomorrow.
Whoa, 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 whoa.